What up, Winbush here, and today I want to show you how we can use the Boolean and cutting tools whenever you're using the motion design module in Unreal Engine 5.4. And just as a reminder, if you need to get started with motion design, if you never used it before, make sure you check out some of my previous tutorials. This one in particular, Unreal Motion Design, is here, and unleash your 2D potential with Unreal Motion Design to get you acclimated and set up and ready to go. So getting started, we're inside of Unreal Engine 5.4. I'm already inside the motion design module, and this is just a sample scene that I set up just to show you the possibilities of what we could do. Now, we do have separate tools inside of the motion design module for cutting the different shapes out. In previous tutorials, I showed you how you do it inside of modeling, but it's way different for when you're working inside of motion design. So to get started, let's actually start off with a fresh scene so we can start from scratch. So I'm gonna right click down here, start a new level, and I'm just going to name this one tutorial. Now with a blank scene opened up, I'm going to come up here to the top left where it says selection mode. I'm going to left click on this, come down here to motion design. And now we see some of our motion tools over here on the left hand side. Now if I come up here to the top at the very right where it says motion design, I want to left click on this. And this is going to open up this toolbar, which is going to give us some more tabs here. So the first one I want to use is the one that says create defaults, because this is going to give us our camera, our lighting, everything that we need to get started. So I'm going to click on spawn. And now when I look over at my motion design outline, you see we have everything here to get started. Now I want to start off by creating a 3D shape here for the background. So right here where it says 3D shapes on the left hand side, I'm going to left click on this, and then I'm going to click on cube, and I'm going to click it again. And that's going to bring the cube right here into the center. Now I want this to engulf our entire scene. So if I come down here, it's right next to the color actor, but it should say align actors. Now if I left click on this, and I come down here to the bottom right, it's going to stretch it out to fill our entire scene here, in which if I come down here into my details panel where it says primary simple color, we could just make it something a little bit more pleasing, maybe like a blue, something like this. Now let's say we want to cut this 3D shape out with, let's say, maybe like a circle or something of that matter. So in order to do that, let me come over here to where it says 2D shapes. I'm going to left click on this. I'm going to come right here to where it says ellipse. I'm going to left click on it, left click again. And that's going to bring an ellipse into our scene, which we can't see just yet. So if I come down here under location, right here, I'm just going to move this over in a negative space. And now we can see we have it within our scene here. Now I'm going to actually extrude this out so that we have something that actually cut out our scene back here. And so, but before I do that, let me come down here and make this a little bit larger. So down here where it says shape, just going to expand this a little bit more. And I'm going to come right here to where it says pilot actor. I'm going to hit this eject button, and that's going to take us out of our camera. So now we can actually navigate around our scene in 3D perspective, so we can see our extrusion that's going to happen here. Now, making sure that I have my ellipse selected, I want to come up here, the operator stack. I'm going to left click on this, and then I'm going to come down here under modifiers, which just popped up, left click on this, and I'm just going to click on extrude. So now you can see we have an extrusion here, and we can actually make it a little bit larger. So let's maybe make this around 90. So now that we have this extruded, we can make this cut out our cube back here that we have. So when I want to do that, what I'm going to do is come over here into my motion design outliner. I'm going to hold down the shift key to select both of these, and then I'm going to hold down the control key on my keyboard and hit G, and that's going to group these both together. Now that's the shortcut, that's control G. If you wanted to do it manually, if I come over here under actors, I'm going to left click on this, and I just put a no actor in there. So it's the same exact thing, but this is just a shortcut. So instead of no actor, I'm just going to rename this one to group, just to organize it a little bit more. Now what I want to do is right here on our cube, I want to select this first. And I'm going to come back here to my operator stack, and under modifiers, I want to left click on this, and I'm going to come down here to Boolean. So if I left click on this right here, under Boolean, you can see we have mode. Now the target means that our background image or our cube here is actually going to be our target. So what we want to cut into this on channel 0 is going to cut that out. So it might be a little bit easier to explain seeing it in action. So I'm going to click on my cylinder up here, my ellipse, come down here to add modifier, come down here to Boolean, and instead of target, I want to hit subtract. Now, if you look inside of our viewport, you can see that it actually subtracted it now, and it's on channel 0. Now, if I make this channel 1, you can see that it disappeared, and that's because our cube, if I select this, is on channel 0. Now, if I make this channel 1, Now you can see that it added it back because both of these are on channel 1. So that gives you a little bit more leverage whenever you want to cut stuff out, because you could put them on separate channels. I mean, the possibilities are infinite, and you could just have it cut out whatever is on that individual channel. So let me select my cylinder here and just make a duplicate of it. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key, select this axis here. I'm just going to left click and drag it over. And in theory, it should just automatically cut it out, but you can see that nothing's happening here. Now, this might just be a glitch in here, but if I come down here to channel, if I make it 0, and then I make it 1 again, now you can see that it actually updated it. So you just have to force update it, but it's actually going to work there. But now you can see we actually have 2 shapes that are cutting this out. So again, if I make this like channel 2, it's not going to work. Make it channel 1, and that's because our cue back here is on channel 1. So we can already see how simple the Boolean tool when using motion design tools are. But let's say that you had a shape that you actually just want to cut out. We can actually do that with the operator stack as well. So I'm back here inside my sample scene. And what I'm going to do is let's just add a ring here just for fun. So I'm going to make a ring, and then I'm just going to bring it forward a little bit in my transform. So let's bring this forward like so. And now if let's say I want to make it cut in half, kind of like how I have it back there. If I click on my operator stack, come back down here to modifiers, if you look for it, it's down here. There should be a cut plane, which is right here, plane cut. So if I left click on this, now you can see that it actually cut that right in half. And right here where it says plane rotation, this is where you would actually go through and just modify it how you want it. And right here where it says plane origin, if I select this, this is actually just going to extend it a little bit like so. So you do have some flexibility in there as well. But this is just another way that you could go in here and cut some of these shapes out. So I just wanted to put this quick video together to show you how you could use the Boolean tools when using Motion Designer, because it's way different than actually using it inside the modeling tools. But I prefer the way that we're using it inside the motion design tools because I feel like it's quick and easy to get acclimated to whatever you're trying to design. So once again, my name is Jonathan Winbush. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you soon. Take care.